Computer science, the scientific and practical application to computation and applications. In the US alone, there are over 600,000 jobs in computer science and an increasing outlook of 17% in the next 10 years. But where does it all start? Over 90% of high schools in the US don't have a class that teaches coding. How can we expect to fill the exploding demand for jobs in software without the support of the educational system?
It's one of those things that you can really use for everything. Like you can use it towards, let's say, like something fun like gaming or solving complex problems.
So, right now, I personally don't think there's enough computer science programs, in the U.S. right now. I think only about 10% of schools have it.
There's a huge demand for people that can actually program, that actually understand the language of computers, and that if you have that ability, you will always have a job. You'll always be able to find a job. You'll always be able to find work, support your family.
I've been coding since I was in 7th grade. It was my dream to further study computer science in high school, but my high school, Washington High School, didn't have a computer science course. I ended up figuring my way out online, but I realized that there was no consolidated resource for high schoolers like myself to learn. What started off as a coding club at my high school eventually turned into an online course and a book on AP Computer Science. Although this eventually started off as an individual effort, it started to gain traction and attention, and it eventually became much bigger than me. It became No Stoppin.
No Stoppin is a nonprofit for high schoolers by high schoolers. We are a team of high schoolers. Our mission is to make sure that every high schooler can get an online education, starting with computer science. Our online course, Decoding AP Computer Science A, has over 11 hours of content and 100 video lectures. It has over 5,000 students and has provided over 25,000 hours of online computer science education to students from countries like China, Ukraine, and even a classroom in South Korea.
Additionally, we released a 450-page computer science book just a few months ago, and it has sold over 500 copies.
Even though computer science is so applicable, there's actually not a lot of books out there to help you learn it. And Moksha's book is really helpful for high school students because it's written by one. So it's a lot easier to relate to and understand what he's saying. And the lessons are very clear and straightforward.
With our online course and book, we have aimed to deliver computer science content from the perspective of a high schooler. By doing that, we are able to relate with students and significantly improve their retention and understanding of the subject. We make sure to not only prepare high schoolers for the computer science test, but also to be able to use computer science in the real world.
Along with being featured in the press, we have found that high schoolers teaching other high schoolers is the most effective way.
We've reached so many, but there's millions more out there, and we need your support.
With additional funding, we can officially become a non-profit and add more high schoolers to the team, expanding our reach. We also hope to reach out to every underprivileged high school and student and provide them with a free copy of our book so that we can spread computer science education to as many students as possible and start clubs around the world. Your support will help us give teenagers an important skill and solve one of our economy's most important problems.
We are No Stoppin',
and we need your help
to get computer science education
to everyone. Thank you so much for your support.